Ever wondered how to press a DTF transfer this big onto a shirt with a regular heat press? Well, today we're going big, real big with the Epson G6070. But our heat press, nothing fancy, standard issue 16x20. Let's break down our entire process from artwork, t-shirt prep, and how the heck we're gonna press this entire transfer onto this garment. All right, first things first, if we're gonna fill up this whole garment, we gotta see what we're working with. So let's go ahead and measure how much of the tee we wanna print onto. Call it about 23 plus, a little over 26. Now, because we're going for an oversized print, we wanna be as close to edge as possible. And based off these measurements, sizing out the artwork should be easy. On the graphic design side, we're gonna want an image in those dimensions and always export our print files in 300 DPI or above. This way, we're not expanding a small image to fit where things could pixelate. And in fact, it's better to work with larger files that we shrink down, keep all of our resolution, versus smaller images we must expand to fit. That's where designs lose details. Since we are using a black shirt, we're gonna knock out all the black to give this big print a better hand feel. And for a full breakdown on black knockout and half toning for DTF, be sure to check out our step-by-step tutorial. Now that our design is all set, let's throw it into the RIP software. The Epson G6070 is powered by Fiery Digital Factory and is super user-friendly. We just drag in our artwork, size it out to the dimensions we dialed in, and let's make this a batch run by printing a few of these. Now let's send the job. Today, our Epson DTF is connected to the Miro 36 DTF powder shaker. And can we talk about this for a second? See this right there? This is the preheat platen, and it is super important, especially with the Epson G6070. The Epson DTF does not have a front arc heating plate to warm any of the ink before powdering. This platen not only heats the ink to the ideal temperature for powdering, check this out. I've said it before, I'll say it again, these measurement guides are going to become an industry staple on every shaker. This is by far the easiest way to load the film straight through the machine to the shaker, and just remember who did it first. If you take a look under the hood, you're not going to find any old school tanning bed style heat lamps that can cure unevenly or even break. This lower contact patent pending heating platen is the best way to ensure smooth roll to roll printing. Did we mention this is the only shaker for the Epson DTF you can roll through a standard US doorway with a single person, all powered by standard US 110 electrical. Why does this matter? Mobility, simplicity, and flexibility, especially if you're upgrading from a smaller setup. And check out these results. Whoa, okay, this came out great. But how are we gonna put this on? This is gonna be the fun part. Let's take a look at everything we're using today. Up first, pressing pillow. Now, we're gonna be using these because we're pressing over seams and stitch lines. We wanna make sure we're always using one of these. This is gonna allow those seams and those stitches to sink into the pillow where they'd normally be sitting above our pressing area. This is gonna allow us to achieve even contact and a transfer that'll last. Up next, we got this fancy cardboard box. Now, we can cut this if we need to our preferred size, but this is gonna essentially serve as a jig to keep both our garment and transfer in place. Now remember, our print's measuring at about 23 by 26 some odd inches, which means I'll require multiple presses with our 16x20 heat press. The jig's gonna make this so much easier. This temperature resistant adhesive is known as heat tape. Shout out to Caesar North America for some of the best heat transfer materials on the market today. This is gonna keep our transfer in place as it's pressed multiple times. All right, let's set this thing up. First thing, cardboard box jig. Let's lay this down. Where's my shirt? Go ahead and get this in position. Now, our oversized print will go onto some of these seams and stitches. That's where the pillow is gonna help us. So let's go ahead and load this in now. All right, that's good. Now let's get our transfer. Now let's position this where we want it, working with the collar. Now let's center this. Now, while I have it on here, I'm gonna go ahead and trim off some of this excess film. It'll make it a lot easier when we're taping this into place. We're gonna pick strategic locations to anchor the transfer in place. All right, we're looking good so far. Now, because we print a little bit longer for safety, I'm gonna go ahead and crop the bottom of this print for our liking on this particular size. All right, everything looks ready. Let's head over to the heat press for application. Today, we're pressing Color Prime Quick Glide, which is an instant peel film. Our application temperature is about 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna perform each press for about 10 seconds each. Let's move our jig to apply each part of the print. Now that everything has been pressed, let's do the peel. Well, this looks great, but we can't forget our finishing press. Let's go ahead and load the garment back onto our heat press, get our cover sheet, and now we're going to press each part of the print. That's how you do it, guys. Oversized printing is possible with direct-to-film. And the Epson G6070 is a true large format machine in the Miro 36, the perfect complement for its power. We love this printer shaker combo, Epson loves this printer shaker combo, and it's been a hit with all of our customers in the field running Epson direct-to-film. This is the easiest way to pump out orders just like this, and we've seen folks online charging top dollar for full-size jumbo prints. And custom? Forget about it. And all with the regular old 60x20 heat press. Guys, there's no excuse to not be offering graphics of this size to your customers. Interested in the live demonstration, in person or virtual? Let us hear in the comment section down below and we'll set everything up. Pretty much gonna wrap it up for this one. We'll see you on the next one. RIP to Marge.